I told you I'd send over an audio report. I just kind of had hoped to get in front of you before I left, just to give you an idea of where I was and what I've been doing this week to move forward on marketing for you. Most of it revolves around Facebook, and I just wanted to cover some of the activities and show you some of the ad spend and what we're starting to understand, what we're learning about your audience. So just the page itself, I'm happy that you published something yesterday just on the fly. I would encourage you to continue to do that. I always come in here and make sure that if there's anybody engaging with us, that I respond on your behalf. I would encourage you continue to do that at your leisure. Just know that my goal is to continue to put up your events in a timely fashion, market your open houses, put out some feel-good ideas around marketing your brand, and then, of course, talk about some of the items around the island that are worth sharing, that get you a nice little warm circle communication, and then work with you on these ads. So this is that video that I boosted through Facebook alongside the other, Facebook is loading slow here, sorry. This other ad here. So you have currently, I'm testing 2 ads in essence on the same location. You can see the results have been quite large. It's these 2 ads themselves have garnered, not to mention shares and likes, but it's reached 3,000 people. You've had 217 engagements. We're going to look a little cleaner, deeper at these numbers. But this is what you can see from the page as an admin. And here, this one started running, I think it was on Saturday or Friday. It's at 1.1 with 98. So these are actual clicks, just so you know the difference between an engagement is a reach is 3 seconds of viewing. Engagement is they liked it, they touched it, they clicked, and then 98 is they clicked on it. And I'm going to go over here to the ads manager. We had talked about the idea behind running some of these advertisements here is to give us a sense of identifying your buyer and who you're talking to and on Facebook, so we know when we're trying to deliver a message who it is we're talking to, able to talk to through Facebook, and about how much it's going to cost us and about how long it's going to take. So this is the results, or at least a data set for the results of that second video. So the one where I came and taped you, the one that has only been running for a day or two. It ends on the 6th. So it's currently active, and what I have currently here is the states in which people are responding to that video of you. Now, keep in mind, I didn't ask for anybody outside of Washington State, but this is kind of the value of looking at it through a different platform, through Facebook, other than looking at it here. What you can't see is Facebook is always trying to spend the money you've given me to spend, that you've put on the ads. So they're going to roll it into places not necessarily that you asked for, but where they think they can find an audience that completes your reach. So interestingly enough, Florida is the #1 reached state with this ad. And again, we're not asking for anyone outside of Washington. So look at the reach you're getting. Texas comes in at #2. And Washington is getting a reach of 36. And I want to go back up here to California, which I know most people think California is our #1. You're at 82. So California is in the top 3 states of people connecting with this current message. The video before, come see me on Thursday. I'm trying to get it to show the reach there. But so this is giving us some data on the buyer and how we can reach them through Facebook. The other thing I found interesting here is the age group. If you look at age and gender for people connecting to this ad, over here is their age, starting at 18 and going up to 65. And it's interesting to me that the top engagement here is a male and a female from 35 to 55, even 65. Although you are showing some interest under 25, the big numbers are 35 to 65, which doesn't surprise me because that's where the people are on Facebook. That's the Facebook demographic. They seem to be split a little, man and woman. You're reaching both of those with the ads, which is not horrible. That's a goal. So the other thing I want to show you is to get this activity of 98 clicks on this Rolling Bay video of you out on the lot. It's costing us 13 cents, as little as 11 cents to connect with this man here. But as much as 24 cents to connect with the super young man. So you'll start to notice that this makes sense on who you would expect to see on Facebook. So that's the kind of activity that we're going for, and looking for some data so we can really hone in on how to really connect and send that message all the way through Facebook. One of the things that I wanted you to look at too was we want to look at the data we're getting on Facebook Ads Manager and compare it with some of the information that Facebook is gathering about you on your page. And you can see that your current Facebook page is heavy at 45 to 55. Doesn't probably surprise you. Almost a 50-50 split between men and women. And it probably won't surprise you that these are your top cities: Bainbridge, Seattle, Poulsbo, Kingston. You do have a reach all the way into Tucson and San Jose. I wanted to talk to you about what I left for you, and that is here in drafts. My goal, as I said to you, was to start populating all of your drafts. Inside drafts, a couple of weeks or at least a week's worth of content, and then meet with you once a week, and we could figure out if these are approved, how you might want to add them, if you like the message, if you want to add something to it, and then we could schedule them out and they would become scheduled posts. If we could get in the habit of doing that every week or so, then we could make sure that you have an active page and it's carrying the message, and the things that are important that week get shown. So at this point, I have a lot of things in draft, and you're able to come in and kind of review some of the ideas I have populating here, and we can talk about those when we get back. This is probably the only post where I did a salesy one, and you might want to read through that. It's actually selling you as a realtor. Most of the rest of these are casual things about the architecture or homes in the area, or Indianola being voted best town. So these are kind of some ideas as I'm learning to understand how to help you, I thought might be relevant. A couple things in here, I don't know if this is how you would be interested in doing it, but like this one here is, I went to open houses in our area and I noticed these are open houses coming up. And I wondered if it could be part of our drafts to start populating an invitation for into the market. Love to accompany you to this or any other open house. So if you don't have one going on, maybe we could cherry pick one a week and encourage people to call you or have you show them a home. And I don't know if this is how you would do it, but that was an idea. So my idea is to fill this with a week's worth of stuff, meet with you once, get your initiatives for the week, find out if you have something special or unique that you want to have added, and we might put this together for a week so that it starts populating and posting for us on its own. And then between you and I, we can add the casual and just the passionate pictures. The last thing I want to show you is, I'm going to bring up this email. So I made an email and I'm going to send this to you. You can see it's pinned to you. My suggestion would be to forward this email with a little note or however you think might be useful. If they click this link, you can see the objective here. Let me open this in a new window, is that they're going to go to your write a review for Julie, right? So they're going to be able to click on that link and instantly be able to leave you a review on your Google My Business. Now, it is the most powerful thing and place that you can get reviews. So I've written something here. This is in your Canva. If you decide to edit it and you want to do something different than what I've done, we can redo this. It is a template in your Canva. You can also edit it there. The idea, of course, is just for you to address it to someone, maybe stick a note in it, send it to them, and hope that you can start accumulating reviews on your Google, where it's really going to do you a lot of benefit. Now, I recently did a photo shoot with someone. Excuse me, her name was Lori. Loree, and I CC'd you on it, so you may be wondering what that's about. She saw me working on your product when she walked in, and she said, "Oh my God, Julie, I love her. Blah blah blah." And so you can see I wrote her back with the same idea, that she might be able to give you a review on your Google page. And she wrote me back and said she would be happy to do that. So that's what that email is about. I'll be back in a week and we can touch base on all of this and your newsletter temp. And for MailChimp, your list has been imported and I have quite a few things there. And then your business card. So lots to talk about when I get back. I'll be in my office on the 8th, and I will be monitoring things from where I'm at. And if you want to go ahead and publish any of these drafts, if you find you like them, you just put a check in the front of it, and your action is to publish. And then it says publishes now. Publishes right now, schedule is in the future. So if there's anything here that you want to use right away, you can go ahead and click this, publish for instant, schedule for a point in the future, and it'll move to scheduled or published and out of drafts. Okay, so hopefully that's a little idea of where I've been and what we'll talk about when I get back. I'm going to go ahead and sign off and send this to you. I hope you have a beautiful day. Thank you.